What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards Everywhere here, bring you another weekly League deck profile. So today I've got a Cephalopod and Espionage combination deck for you. Two of my favourite archetypes. And we're still trying to take advantage of the new Goatman card. I think there's plenty of potential in this card. And we can also combo it with the Christ of the Abyss with this deck. So I'll give you a quick rundown and we'll jump into a game. So first up we have Flapjack Octopus. On the draw, your Cephalopod cards, wherever they are, gain 16 power and cost -1 energy until played. Next up we have the Mimic Octopus. On the return, if you lost a turn, steal 4 energy from your opponent. So it's a nice little bit of disruption since it is a low enough energy week this week. Next we have Big Fin Reef Squid. On the play, if your deck has 4 or more Cephalopod cards, gain 2 energy permanently. The energy in this deck is not too bad. At the start of the game it can be a little dodgy, but once we get past the first round we should be sailing for the rest of the game. Next we have Portuguese Man O' War. On the return, steal 2 energy from your opponent. So that's a nice little bit of disruption again. And same goes for this one, the Flamboyant Cuttlefish. On the return, if you won the turn, steal 3 energy from your opponent. Next is another Cephalopod, the Caribbean Reef Octopus. On the draw, if your deck has 3 or more Espionage cards, your Oceans and Seas cards, wherever they are, gain 30 power for 2 turns. That is a nice little buff. Next we have Colossal Squid. On the draw, your epic and legendary Cephalopod cards, wherever they are, gain 18 power permanently. Then we have Day Octopus. On the draw, if your deck has 8 or more Oceans cards, this card gains 65 power until played. And the last card of the Oceans is the Ultra Fusion Tidal Wave. On the return, your Oceans and Seas cards, wherever they are, gain 25 power and cost +1 energy until played. Next we have the history portion of the deck. Starting off with the Espionage cards. The first one is the Enigma Machine. On the draw, your opponent's cards in hand lose 7 power this round. And this card gains 35 power this round. So we do want to play this card on the round we draw it. Next we have some more disruption in James Armstead. On the return, your opponent loses 2 energy this round. And if you won the turn, your opponent loses 10 power this round. Next we have Fritz. On the return, your Espionage cards, wherever they are, cost -1 energy until played. And if your deck has 5 or more Espionage cards, your Espionage cards, wherever they are, gain 10 power until played. Next up, Cambridge 5. On the draw, if your deck contains exactly 5 Espionage cards, your Espionage cards, wherever they are, gain 25 power until played. And if it is round 5, they gain an additional 5 power until played. And the last of the Espionage is 5 Eyes. On the play, 5 of your random Espionage cards, wherever they are, gain 25 power permanently. Next we have one of the core cards of the deck, Goatman. On the play, if your deck has 9 cards from any album, those cards, wherever they are, gain 14 power until played. Then we have Magna Carta. On the draw, your epic and rare cards, wherever they are, cost -2 energy until played. And then on the play, your Declaration of Independence and Universal Declaration of Human Rights cards gain 20 power this turn. I'm still not sure about this card in the deck. It does help with the energy management, but it is a very weak card. So I might consider putting something else in. So next up we have Christ of the Abyss. On the play, if your deck has 9 or more Oceans cards, your history cards, wherever they are, gain 14 power until played, and vice versa. And the last card is Tybod's Treasure. On the play, if your deck has 7 or more Oceans cards, your cards in hand gain 42 power this turn. So that's the deck, guys. It's more of a mid-range deck. It can't quite compete with the top tier stuff in the Beowulf, Statue of Liberty decks, or even the Ancient Egypt. But it does put up a good fight against most other things. So it looks like we have found a real opponent. So hopefully we can get the win here. We'll certainly try our best. But we'll start off with a hello. And then we'll get the tidal wave with the Caribbean Reef. And I suppose the Flapjack Octopus as well for a 184 start. Not super strong. So I don't know what we're playing against here. We'll have to wait and see a few more cards before we can find out for sure. So I'm going to play a bit of a weaker hand to hopefully lose the turn. I'm not sure if we will. But if we do, we'll steal a bit of energy from the opponent. Unfortunately, we did win the turn, so we're only going to steal 2 energy with the Portuguese Man of War. But that's okay. And then hopefully we can get a nice powerful hand here for the last turn of this round. So I am going to go with the strongest hand I can make with the 5 Eyes, Fritz and the Treasure. And the 5 Eyes will give a 25 boost. So we will be up into 300. Hopefully that's enough to win the turn. Maybe our energy disruption will annoy the opponent a bit. So it looks like we were able to succeed in the first round here. So there is round 1 in the bag for us. So we'll try and rotate around the Goatman this turn. It does get the boost from this arena, so it's another good portion of the deck. So we'll go with the Goatman, the Colossal Squid, what can we play here? I would like to play James Armstead, so I think I will. But I'll put the Goatman in front for a 289 start. Luckily, we did lose the turn there, so the opponent won't get the full benefit of Ghost. And we can undo that for this round with Ghost and Iron Maiden, thanks to James Armstead. So he's only back where he started. So we get the Colossal Squid around with Christ of the Abyss and the Big Fin Reef to get a bit of energy going for ourselves. And our other Cephalopod cards should be coming around now, so we might be able to win out this turn as well. So it looks like we were able to put the squeeze on the opponent's energy. So that will put us back into the lead, and we should have a powerful hand coming here now. There is the Caribbean Reef. So, unfortunately, we're not able to play everything, but we can get the 509 going. And that is enough to win this round. And hopefully we can get some more disruption going next turn. I probably should have played the Cuttlefish there to reduce the energy of the opponent a bit more. But I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to go with a bit of a weaker hand with 399. Looks like it wasn't weak enough to lose the turn, but we'll still steal some energy with Portuguese Man of War. And hopefully next turn we can use the Flamboyant to steal a bit more. Although I might hold back and just go with the espionage cards. So that will... I don't think we're in the lead anymore, but we're not too far behind. I'll see what I draw here. If it's a bit of a weaker hand, I will play my weakest stuff. And it seems to be. So I'm just going to play a weaker hand with the Tidal Wave and Goatman Magna Carta. So I don't think I would have been able to win that turn otherwise. But now we're in a good position for this next round, thanks to Tidal Wave giving a 25 boost to all of our Oceans and Seas cards. So here we go into round 4. So we go with James Armstead, the Colossal Squid, and we'll get the Christ of the Abyss going just for the boosts. So the opponent doesn't have to worry about energy anymore, but our cards are getting quite powerful, so I think we'll be just fine. And there's some nice big boosts. So I'm going to go with our strongest hand for a 637. Should be enough to get us back into the lead. And then hopefully we'll be able to finish out this round with the win. So we stole a bit more energy from the opponent, but I don't think it'll make too much of a difference for him. So let's go with the strongest hand I can make. So that'll be dash, 559, 567. We'll go with that. And there we have it, folks. So, as you can see, the deck can outpush a decent bit of power. But as I said, it doesn't really stand up to the top tier Beowulf decks or the Ancient Egypt. Unless we get the disruption going early against the Ancient Egypt. But other than that, I am quite happy with the deck. So I hope you did enjoy. Don't forget to let me know what you think down in the comments. And like and subscribe if you get the chance as well. So we'll leave it there, folks. I will catch you later in the week with some more deck profiles. Cards Everywhere, out.